Hey, welcome back. We are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. I'm just giving YouTube a chance to send out some notifications. We got some things to get into, Knotty crew. Okay. We're gonna get into Ronnie Doe, rest in heaven, Ronnie, because all you wanted was to find out if Junior was yours in this evil ass family. Everything that is happening to Ronnie is suspicious and crazy. And this Chrisean is over there acting like ain't nothing going down and acting like this man didn't take care of her. It's disgusting, and I want justice for Ronnie. Also, we got updates in the Naziah Harris case. Please like the video. We're going to get into Naziah first, okay? Because I want nothing more but justice for her. And how ironic, the Malone family is just like the Harris family. Toxic and generational trauma passed down from one generation to the next. And none of these children that come from this family is protected. And we're here to give the people that are deleted, rest in heaven Ronnie, rest in heaven Naziah, a voice. Thumbs up this video. Thumbs up this video. Share this live out. We got breaking news. Out of Wayne County, the prosecutor announces charges against the mom who allegedly well, this is for the 9-year-old boy. Sorry guys, I thought this was for Naziah.
Worst set of facts on the horizon. Well, that day has come again. So I want to talk about a case of a young boy named Zamar King III. The alleged facts in this case are that we're announcing today. On January 6th of 2025, the Detroit Police Department was notified and summoned to a house on Whittingham in Detroit.
Which, okay, and this is why it's connected to Naziah Harris, because when we watch Reign of Fire, she talked about this body that was found, this little boy. And she said Naziah is in that same area, and that home is connected to Cordell, Jarvis's ex-business partner, and Jarvis.
They had been contacted by the landlord that owned that house. When he went to that house, the landlord contacted him when he went to that house to prepare it for a new tenant. Then he called the police because he found a shallow grave in the backyard of the home on Whittingham. Upon arrival, the police were shown that grave where a human foot was sticking out of the ground. The foot was believed to be belonged to a small child. After an extensive investigation by quite a few agencies, and the chief will talk about that in a minute, the buried body was discovered to be 9-year-old Zamar King III. That the mother of young Zamar was 41-year-old Brandy Pierce. It's alleged that she killed him, and that the cause of death found by the medical examiner was smothering and neck compression.
Sad.
So I want to just further go ahead and tell you what other facts about this case. It's alleged that she purchased a shovel. She bound him by tying his hands and feet together and dug a hole in the background of the house on Whittingham, where she had been living for a short time. She then put him in this hole and covered him with dirt. Then after killing her son, she and her other son, who was 3 years old, moved to Georgia, Cobb County to be exact. It was determined that this, in fact, happened sometime in October of 2024. That Zamar's mother, Brandy Pierce, is currently in Cobb County, Georgia, and we will be requesting her to be extradited back to Michigan. We are charging Brandy Catrice Pierce today with 1 count of murder in the first degree premeditation, which carries a life without parole sentence, mandatory. Count 2 is homicide felony murder. Again, the mandatory penalty is life in prison without the possibility of parole. Our 3rd count is child abuse in the first degree, life or any term of years in prison. The first degree child abuse is the felony to make out the felony murder we are alleging. Count 4 is tampering with evidence, criminal case punishable by more than 10 years in prison. And the 5th one is interfering with concealing and interfering with the death of an individual, 5 years, of course, that being 9-year-old Zamar King. As always, this defendant is presumed innocent unless or until proven guilty. I should tell you that Judge Aaliyah Sabri of the 36th District Court authorized these charges yesterday. And since we will be requesting extradition, we will notify you all when, in fact, she is back in the state of Michigan. So, of course.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, now mind you, this family is connected to Jarvis. Hey, Durags.
Thank you all for coming this morning. I have stood at this podium many death found by
back there as well, and then
mother.
This is the mama right here.
He lives in this area, yes.
And was he aware of his child's death?
Again, we talked to him.
Thumbs up this video. Hey, Durag, what is going? Something ain't clean in the water in Michigan, y'all. Something ain't clean in the water. Let's go to Rain of Fire. When she pointed this out, let me see. Hold on. Is this one it? Hold on.
Hey y'all. So
It's the one where she drew the map. Thumbs up this video.
starting to think a lot of y'all is 8. Just go ahead and wrap.
Here we go.
Been there or
Let's just go ahead and wrap this up. So on January 6th, there was a body found at 19700 Woodingham Drive in Detroit, Michigan. And here's that video.
but when that crew got to work, they found those human remains. And right now, authorities aren't able to say whether or not that human remains belonged to a male or a female or an adult or a child.
Well, I hope that it's not really human and someone is playing a cruel joke. I would just hope that.
Nadia Morris's hopes were crushed once she realized that it wasn't a cruel joke and that the home next door was now the site of an active crime investigation involving human remains. Those remains found by a construction crew hired by the home's owner to get the place ready for a new tenant to move in.
It's very scary because you don't know if it's a child, adult, or somebody's over here doing things they're not supposed to. So.
Morris, who's lived in this neighborhood for 15 years, says that this house in particular had sat empty for about a year after the previous family, which had 2 parents and 5 children, suddenly moved out.
But nobody knew they left. They packed up in the middle of the night and just were gone the next day.
An abrupt departure that ended the chaotic scenes that Morris says that her and her neighbors would watch from their windows the entire time the previous family called this corner lot home.
We could hear them arguing, they would have the door open and it would just get so loud that neighbors would get concerned and actually call the police over there.
The only detail that Detroit police gave CBS News Detroit was that the remains belonged to someone who was small in stature, but they couldn't say how long they'd been there or give the gender or age of the victim.
It is stated that the last known tenants of that address had the last name Hardwick. And someone also put in a tip in my email that if you search Jarvis Facebook, he have 2 friends with the last name Hardwick. And it is Kiera Hardwick and Octavia Hardwick. Keep in mind, Hardwick was the last name associated with that address where those human remains were found. Not to mention, if you research Jarvis and everybody's doing his background check, his only known address is the 2000 Harper Avenue. And that is 7 miles away from that location. And it would make sense because he is considered a pedophile, a offender. And these people had kids, and he can't be around kids and probably women. So if they were trying to sneak him in that house, he would live in that house and put that address. If we take a look at that address where that body was found on January 6, 2025, you will see the bars, those black bars on the doors. You will also see the red. I looked across the street and I can tell that they were in the process of painting, because homes across the street, they have the black rooftop. It basically looked like a trailer mixed with a brick house. So the black top, black and white trailer at the top with the reddish brownish brick. But what makes that place so significant is that small little tiny red shed in the backyard. And
that's where the body was found, okay? Now, Rain and Fire never said that it was Naziah. Keep that in mind, okay? But this is the arrest that was made in connection with this case.
Where they found the body. It was, I'm guessing it was drilled under the construction, so they probably had it under the cement. And the construction workers found the body. They have yet to determine if that is Naziah, if it is a male or female, but some in the buttermilk ain't clean, because Naziah has given me all these signs and they all match. It is right next to Palmer Park. Well, look at that. Right in the location of all the places, all the clues that she's been giving me. It's also near Hawthorne. Just a big circle. Right in the middle. During my reading with Naziah, I wrote this down. She gave me tips of a red car, a white pickup truck, a bike in the driveway, and she said Eagle Street, Lot 8, 88273A. And she also said Eagle and Hawthorne. So someone in my comments tipped me the address of Naziah's grandma, and that is 2543 Lakewood Boulevard. If you look up that location, you will see a white and a red car in her driveway. And it's crazy because I also saw that gold truck, but it wasn't in the driveway. It was driving down the street. So I just cut that out, but I didn't think that it was anything. So now I realize what she was saying. Across the street, you will see 2548 Lakewood Boulevard, and you will also see an old white pickup truck in the driveway. Now, when I put all of this together, it just lets me know some stuff had to happen there. Grandma is not innocent, and I know she's not innocent. I still don't believe that Jarvis killed Naziah. I believe it was a crime of passion.
And now, mind you, Jarvis definitely has a history. Please thumbs up this video. He definitely has a history of pedo activity, okay? But he does not have a history of deleting his victims. And when she says a crime of passion, that's when I think Shannon comes into play. Okay? Because I believe that Shannon knew about the relationship between Naziah and Jarvis Butts. I believe she knew Naziah was pregnant. I also believe that this is not Naziah's first pregnancy by Jarvis. And at the end of the day, Shannon was also pregnant too. Remember, she has either a 1 or a 2-year-old by Jarvis. Okay? And that's when the jealousy comes in because she's sick. She's sick in her mind. And I believe that she was okay with having a relationship with Jarvis, knowing his history, because she has the same history. There's a lot of pedo sympathizers out there, Knotty crew. But it's all tying together. And that's my point of bringing you this information. Although it was revealed that it was a little boy found, Naziah Harris is in the same area. This home, the people are connected to Jarvis Butts.
All need to be held accountable for pimping and pandering.
Mm-hmm.
Alleged, if that's the case. But things just aren't adding up. So I then proceeded to type in every address that Naziah gave me. Every single address. I typed in Hawthorne Avenue, the Grand Lawn Cemetery, Palmer Park, which is 910 Merrill in Detroit, the 7869, that red abandoned home that she led me to. I then typed in Eagle Street as well. Every address that she gave me. And it's equal to a very small, tight circle. However, when you get around Palmer Park, so off of Eagle Street, Palmer Park, and Hawthorne, it is circled around at least 3 to 4 times. That's where she's at. All the clues and tips that I gave you, Naziah gave me a map. The police need to be looking in those perimeters. That's where she's at. And to top it off, isn't that where that body was found on January 6th? In the back of that shed? That's connected to Jarvis and his alleged friends, which apparently another influencer stated that King knows those people who had last lived in that house. So all the dots are connecting.
Okay? King is Cordell, Jarvis's business partner that testified, dark-skinned, bald head, who claimed he did not know about Jarvis's activities. So, okay, I just wanted to connect the dots for you. Shout out to Raina Fire. Love her commentary. All right. For those of you who are just joining, the Detroit PD 2 hours ago just dropped information in regards to the mother to the body that was found in that home that Raina Fire discussed.
Thank you all for coming this morning. I have stood at this podium many, many times and talked about how horrific, tragic, and shocking certain cases are. Each time thinking there are some future alleged facts that could be worse than what I'm talking about at the time. Knowing all the while, though, that there's always a worse set of facts on the horizon. Well, that day has come again. So I want to talk about a case of a young boy named Zamar King III. The alleged facts in this case are that we are announcing today. On January 6th of 2025, the Detroit Police Department was notified and summoned to a house on Whittingham in Detroit. They had been contacted by the landlord that owned that house when he went to that house. The landlord contacted him when he went to that house to prepare it for a new tenant. Then he called the police because he found a shallow grave in the backyard of the home on Whittingham. Upon arrival, the police were shown that grave where a human foot was sticking out of the ground. The foot was believed to be belonged to a small child. After an extensive investigation by quite a few agencies, and the chief will talk about that in a minute, the buried body was discovered to be 9-year-old Zamar King III. That the mother of young Zamar was 41-year-old Brandy Pierce. It's alleged that she killed him, and that the cause of death found by the medical examiner was smothering and neck compression. So I want to just further go ahead and tell you what other facts about this case. It's alleged that she purchased a shovel. She bound him by tying his hands and feet together and dug a hole in the background of the house on Whittingham, where she had been living for a short time. She then put him in this hole and covered him with dirt. That after killing her son, she and her other son, who was 3 years old, moved to Georgia, Cobb County to be exact. It was determined that this, in fact, happened sometime in October of 2024. That Zamar's mother, Brandy Pierce, is currently in Cobb County, Georgia, and we will be requesting her to be extradited back to Michigan. We are charging Brandy Catrice Pierce today with 1 count of murder in the first degree premeditation, which carries a life without parole sentence, mandatory. Count 2 is homicide felony murder. Again, the mandatory penalty is life in prison without the possibility of parole. Our 3rd count is child abuse in the first degree, life or any term of years in prison. The first degree child abuse is the felony to make out the felony murder we are alleging. Count 4 is tampering with evidence, criminal case punishable by more than 10 years in prison. And the 5th one is interfering with, concealing and interfering with the death of an individual, 5 years, of course, that being 9-year-old Zamar King. As always, this defendant is presumed innocent unless or until proven guilty. I should tell you that Judge Aaliyah Sabri of the 36th District Court authorized these charges yesterday. And since we will be requesting extradition, we will notify you all when in fact she is back in the state of Michigan. So of course there is no next day for court. Again, let me just repeat, these charges and allegations are quite serious. They're deadly, they're shocking, every platitude that you can think of. But again, Ms. Pierce is still presumed to be innocent unless or until proven guilty. So I'm gonna have the chief say a couple words to you and then we'll answer some questions for you if you can.
Thank you, Madam Prosecutor. As Madam Prosecutor said, this case is rather shocking. In my 27-year career, I don't remember seeing anything like this, but I just want to thank, of course, Madam Prosecutor. I want to thank our law enforcement partners and everyone who helped out with this. The FBI was instrumental. Michigan State Police was instrumental in helping out as well, along with Cobb County and DeKalb County in the state of Georgia, their district attorney's office. And I just really want to express how proud I am of the hardworking men and women of the Detroit Police Department who helped bring this case to where it is today with these charges. I want to thank, of course, of our Major Crimes Division, the Commander Rebecca McKay, Captain Marcus Thurkill, Sergeant Ashley Peterson, Detective Kelly Lucy, who is here with us, Detective Lisa Johnson, and then the officer who is leading the case, Officer Isaac Yamas, and the members of the Western Squad. The Detroit Police Department works relentlessly on behalf of victims, and we are confident that there will be accountability for this. And as Madam Prosecutor said, of course, everyone is presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Thank you much.
It seems to all of us who do this work on a daily basis that there's been just a large number of tragic cases that have happened to our children, worse than we have seen. So it's our hope that we don't continue to see these, but I know that's probably false hope that I'm having. Before we go any further, I want to introduce Tina Ripley, who has worked together on this case very hard. She will be trying this case. Louisa Papoulis is to her right and your left. She is the Deputy Chief of the Special Victims Unit. Kelly Gleason is to my immediate left, and she is the Chief of the Special Victims Unit. And again, if the Chief would introduce his people that are standing here, that would be helpful.
Detective Lisa Johnson is right here. Also, officer in charge of the case, Isaac Yamas. Kelly Lucy, Detective. Ashley Peterson, Marcus Thurkill. Marcus is in the back there as well. And then Captain Rebecca McKay.
Okay. We'll take some short questions at this point, if you have any.
Not that you guys needed it to get a charging decision, but any indication as to why, a possible motive in this case?
You know, I don't talk about motives at the time. Any further evidence and charging decision will come out when we go to court. So, again, we can't comment on that at this time.
Has there been any communication with Zamar's mother at all from you guys?
We did speak with his father yesterday. Actually, this morning, actually. So yes, we have had contact with the family, and the Detroit Police Department has had contact with the family as well.
So forgive me, I must be confused because I'm not listening close enough, so I apologize, but the relationship of the suspect to the child.
Mother,
Okay.
yes. 41-year-old Brandy Pierce was his mother.
Okay.
And does Mar's father live in Michigan?
He lives in this area, yes.
And was he aware of his child's death?
Again, we talked to him. I don't think he was aware until recently, but again, we did speak with him this morning.
Thank you.
And we'll be speaking with him, of course, further as time goes on.
And those are just, oh, go ahead.
No, please, you got it.
Those are her two kids, Zamar and the 3-year-old?
Yes.
Okay.
Madam Prosecutor, where's the 3-year-old right now? What's his status? What's his condition?
Again, he's with his mother in Georgia right now. And he was, and now he's in foster care here, I believe.
Can you
foster
provide,
care locally?
In Georgia.
Oh, okay. Georgia.
Yep.
are you able to provide any further information on the timeline of, you mentioned October, and then what,
That'll come out in court.
but in regard to how she ends up in Georgia with the other child, or with
All I can tell
family,
all I can tell you at this point in time is she left shortly after she buried the body in the backyard and went to the state of Georgia.
So the landlord call to DPD was on January 6th, correct?
The landlord call was on January 6th. The police were notified. They immediately went out to the house on Whittingham. They were shown that grave by the owner of that particular property. They saw the foot sticking out of the ground, and it went from there. The chief notified me immediately upon that discovery.
she had rented that home?
I assume she rented it. I don't know.
Madam Prosecutor, just got this from a co-worker, some indication that,
Who's talking? I can't see her.
Randy.
Oh, okay. All right.
Can you speak to this? I'll just read this verbatim. The source indicated yesterday that the mother claims they were horsing around and playing some sort of choking game.
I'm not going to comment on the evidence in the case.
Also, was this case file sent over to you guys more than once at all? And if so, what elements were needed to get to a charging decision?
Oh, we're not going to talk about that. Yeah.
Hey, as far as Rain and Fire, she never said that body was Nazia's. She said Nazia's body is in that area. Please thumbs up the video. Hey, Marva. Please thumbs up the video. So this little boy's body has been spoken of in connection with the Nazia Harris case. Now, Rain of Fire said that Jarvis Butts and Cordell King, I use that term loosely, was connected to that family that lived in that home. So justice is in the process of being served for this young man, but something is not clean in the water when it comes to Detroit and all these children coming up deleted and missing. And here recently, a little girl went missing as well. Okay? Okay, got you. Good afternoon, Chantel. Hey, Feminine. All right. But this is nasty work. The devil is so busy. The devil is so busy. Please pray over your children. Do everything you can to protect your children. Because as you can see, nasty work is going on. And speaking of nasty work, let's get into Ronnie Doe, who believed that he was a potential father to Chrisean Jesus Malone Jr. All he wanted to do was get a paternity test. This is very sinister. Hey, Tails. This is very sinister. And I believe in my heart of hearts that this evil Jezebel has something to do with Ronnie getting deleted. Thumbs up this video. That's my opinion. I don't care if nobody agree with it. But we're not going to act like she doesn't have a history of setting people up. First, and Ronnie twice, okay? Because Ronnie took a body for this demonic chick, okay? Um, and this breaks my heart. And I was just saying, I was on King Lex's live, and I said, have you heard from Ronnie? Because she had an interview with Ronnie. And I think she missed the comment. He all of a sudden was oddly silent. Now, mind you, when Ronnie was out here speaking out, who was quiet? Who was radio silence out here in these streets? Chrisean Rocktart. Yes, she was quiet.
My son, I deserve to have that proven to me through what? A DNA test. If Junior is not my son, the DNA test will prove that. Right or wrong?
Right,
right.
Ronnie.
Any father on here, any real man, stand up man that potentially has the privilege of being a father would want to make things right and would want to know if that's his child. Yeah. Around that time, Blue know what's up. Chrisean was back and forth from what? LA to Baltimore. LA to Baltimore. Y'all know that. Every single last one of y'all know that. She told y'all out her own mouth. I'm not here to Baltimore. Y'all know that. Every single last one of y'all know that. She told y'all out her own mouth. I'm not here to expose nobody. I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all, oh, why is Tasiki and Sean not cool? I'm not going to tell y'all that. I'm not going to tell y'all that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I want to know if Junior is my son or not. I got a family. My last name Kane. It's a possibility that after me, my family name won't go no more. I'm the last Kane. And this could be another Kane. But y'all want to...
This is Ronnie Doe, the potential father of Junior, Chrisean's ex. Y'all heard him. All he wanted to know if Junior was his. His family is heartbroken. Look at this. I find it all convenient, the timing, because the court case was coming up. Her only son. This is from Dolvin D. Hill. Feeling heartbroken. She said, this feels like a nightmare. I've been up crying all night. I'm not supposed to bury my nephew. You're supposed to bury me. Quran, before Elijah was born, you were the closest I had to a son. I haven't felt like this since I lost my father. I watched you grow up and been there every step of the way. It hurt so bad that your life was taken. But I know you're at peace now. I'm praying for justice so we all can... Hold on. Oh, it got cut off. So they all can heal. This is from his neighborhood. People that knew him. Melinda feeling heartbroken with Ayanna Smith. Okay? Baneka, this is a nightmare, sis. I'm so sorry. Let me know how or what I need to do for you. I love you. This person says, we were supposed to FLA up. Bring them bags back, my boy. Real childhood friend. You will be missed. This is heartbreaking. Like, I wanted nothing more than for Ronnie to find out what was going on with Junior. And he seemed to be the only one that cared about Junior's well-being. It's disgusting. And so then you have Rock Tart over there acting like nothing, right? Like nothing happened. Hold on, guys. Let me listen. I'm multitasking. 1 second. This is heartbreaking. Please thumbs up the video. We multitasking over here. Please thumbs up the video. Get us in the algorithm. I'm bringing you the latest in the tea. Okay? I know the last case, like, it didn't seem like it was connected to Nasiah, but it kind of is, because Nasiah is from that same area. Sorry, let me put my do not disturb on. It's annoying. It's annoying. Could have another give a reaching out on OFAB medication. What was your question? I'm trying to find out if you guys will be taking care of the OFAB medication. This is nasty work. I agree. This is nasty work. The devil is busy, y'all. But all will be revealed. All will be revealed. All will be revealed, and I don't care what nobody say that Malone family is possessed. God will reveal all things, and that's what I'm saying. And Junior is suffering in the meantime. I hate when people put in lazy notes. Okay. Multitasking, guys. Please be patient with me. Please thumbs up the video, though, in the meantime. That's it. All he wanted to know was if Junior was his. Was that too much to ask? Oh, yeah, we get into that. Okay. Let me tell you something, Vernita. You got the right one, Vernita. You got the right one. Blasphemy, I say. Okay, she ain't nothing but a false prophet. Everything she does goes against God. Ain't nothing God about that family. That family uses God to garner sympathy from the public so they can gather engagement in their social media and things like that. But what I go by is action, okay? Ain't no reason for anyone to speak of God if the actions are not there to support it, okay? And the number one thing I'll talk about is how are we having sex out of wedlock? Let's start there. Let's start there. Because I can't stand when false prophets be running around talking about God, 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 and be running around acting like a Jezebel. The actions must match the words. She does not know how to apply the Bible to her life. She's not capable. You want to know why? Because she worships the devil, Satan. And I said it out of my mouth. She learned that manipulation from her mama. So you got the right one. You got the right chat. And over here, we deal with facts. And we use our common sense. And she can manipulate you rock tarts in believing that she's a child of God. And her faith is so strong. And oh, I love Junior. That girl don't love that baby. Because if she did, she would have stopped drinking and smoking while she was pregnant. The only thing that girl love and worship is blue face and fame. She's an idolatress. Look it up. And God is a jealous God. He does not like idol worshiping. That's the quickest way to get his wrath. So go read your Bible. Go find another chat. This ain't it. Start your YouTube channel and champion for that Jezebel who slept her way into the industry, who has no self-worth, who has no value. She will not get sympathy over here. Not the way she treated that baby. Hey, Angela. Who are you? Go back out. Read the title. Who are you? I'm a boss. Period. So any of you rock tards want to come up in here defending that Chrisean, y'all deserve to be in the grave next to that Jezebel. Let's get into the fake, because, meantime, the man she was with the longest, even longer than Blueface from high school, that defended her, took care of her, and took a life for her, went to prison for her after she snitched on him. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. After she snitched, he defended her honor, and she got the nerve to go snitch. So Ronnie is deleted, and this is what she posts. This fake DNA test. Do y'all know this? Let me see if I could get it to focus. Jonathan Let me make it bigger. Look how Jonathan Porter is spelled. Let me make it bigger. You see that? You see that? His name is spelled Jon, not Joh. She's out here posting fake paternity tests. Look, 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 look. Look. Calculations for the probability of paternity were performed by, what does that say? Natera Inc. Look at the address. San Carlos, California. Now look at the notary. Sarah Thomas, State of Ohio. Now y'all tell me, what paternity test is performed in California and then notarized in Ohio? Make that make sense. And neither one of the father or the mother live in Ohio. Name spelled wrong. Y'all want to know that it's fake? I went through it yesterday. How they entered in the number in no case found. She's a habitual pathological liar. And then post pictures of her in Blueface. She's an obsessed fan. Get these likes up. Get these likes up. She's an obsessed fan, and there's the motive. She would do anything for fame and to keep this false narrative going that Blueface is Junior father. Although Blueface took a paternity test and proved that Junior wasn't here. Do we need to pull it up? Do we need to pull up the receipts? Ciao. Because I ain't living in Atlanta, Delulu. I'm not living in Atlanta, Delulu. I refuse to do that. Thumbs up these videos. So if any Rock Talks are in here, kiss my natural black. Y'all figure it out. Because I don't care. Because Blueface Ben did when he kidnapped Junior. When he kidnapped Junior in the middle of the night, that's when he swabbed him. They're going to stop playing in my face. They're going to stop playing in my face. Because I deal with fact. And Blueface been telling the truth about this broad all along. She tried to make it seem like Blueface was abusing her. She was the one knocking him over the head with Hennessy bottles. She was the one in the middle of Hollywood beating him down. Child. Come on, Blueface. Let me pull you up. Mind you, Blueface is in prison because of her. Like, stop playing with me. Stop acting like we don't know. She ain't try to set him up when she got her tooth knocked out fighting Jay and Alexis. Like, shh. All this for a man that don't want you. Yeah, it was around here. He been saying he don't want you. He been saying he for the streets. Like, Come on now. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. December 9th, 2023. Tell me why I snuck and swabbed this baby. DNA test results came in. I am not the father. Smiling in my head. It's bittersweet feeling because I was coming around to it, but definitely in my best interest. Thank you, Jesus. Blueface words. So this delusional super fan wants us to still believe that Blueface is the father, okay? Then he said, I can't even pretend. I'm not happy as hell. Sometimes I be ready to link with a female, then I jack off and I don't want link. Finally. Let's not forget she cheated with Off Cheat. Child. And I went on Ronnie's panel when he had his and I wish I could pull up that panel. I went on his panel and I said, Ronnie, you know, you are a Ronnie had PTSD from their relationship. All the trauma he endured with this girl. And he was like, yup. Thank you, Knotty. And I was like, the reason why she running from paternity, number one, either she know that Junior is 100% his or the possibility of somebody else. But she know it's not Blueface, okay? So let's get into Ronnie, some of his last words. Now, he interviewed with Lionel B. But the only reason why I'm using this is because it's Ronnie's actual words. But my heart is breaking for him. Because all he wanted to do was simply find out if Junior was his. And Chrisean, if you ain't had nothing to hide, you should have just took the DNA test. That would have shut him down, right? It's crazy, yo. This is nuts. But here we go, history. Here we go. Shout out to Lionel B.
Now, peeps, it is with.
And this is why I believe Ronnie was silenced. He was spilling the deets. This family, they're pathological liars.
Fingers at Chrisean Rock. Now, I can't confirm nor deny that she had anything to do with this. Now, he did, right before he passed, we had a phone conversation, and it went like this.
And basically, like, we were just, like, after I had came home, I just wasn't really feeling it no more, you get what I'm saying? So, we was messing around.
He's talking about after he was released from prison, after he deleted, or she deleted, Geronimo Vasquez.
I came home broke for real because my lawyer was like freaking $80,000, man. So I like came home broke, ain't had nothing. Was trying to hustle, you know, get my feet back under me, and just was having a hard time, man. So it was just like, I don't know, man. Like I wasn't really in love with this girl, man. I had to really learn the hard way that she ain't really loved me as much as I loved her, and yeah, man, it was like even now, man, like the other day with the situation in the mall, Like, she told me to come to the mall. Told me.
He talking about that mall incident that he said Chrisean set him up. She's a trap hoe from the hood. When people gonna understand that? That's what her and her family do. Ain't that how Baltimore say? Baltimore. This is how they do. Shall I remind you, Chastity, her one sister that is exposing her for how she treats Junior, also confirmed that Junior is possibly blind. She set up her baby father with Baltimore PD. Come on, this family is sinister. They are sick. They have an evil spirit over them. Please thumbs up the video.
To come up there to come and see my son.
Damn.
However, when I got there, she pulled the, I don't know you, you're harassing me, why are you here? But this is also the crazy part, man. I seen her at 6 p.m. on 11/29. How is it that she had a restraining order placed on me at 12 a.m. on 11/29? That sounds like a setup, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But
she filed the restraining order the night before the mall incident. This bitch is manipulative and diabolical.
But the even worse part about it is, man.
What's that?
This girl's father, like I was telling you, is he has a law firm. He's a politician now. Baltimore City is real crooked, corrupt, man. So I don't even really know what I'm going up against, man, because for the longest I was wondering, like, how was this young lady getting out of so many different scenarios? But I had to realize that the guy that she made me think was her godfather, it's really her dad. But he also is her get out of jail free card. That's why every time she gets in trouble in Maryland, her and Tifa, they get scot-free. Walk away. No charges, no nothing. It's good.
So her dad's that white dude that you was posting on your IG story?
Yes, that's her dad, bro.
Oh, wow.
Remember Chrisean's father? Chastity and all of their father came out and said Chrisean was a mistake. Now we know why.
Damn. I thought he was like an actor or something.
And this is like some power shit, bro. Like, 50 Cent need to freaking look into her life, man, and see if he could make a documentary of her shit, but this shit is crazy, bro.
Damn.
Her dad, like, it's crazy, man. All right, so look, this is how Chrisean and Tasiki was born, because Tasiki is her Tifa. That's the sister that she went viral on the Zeus clip saying, oh, you made me eat your when I was 7. So
please thumbs up the video. Yep, he do. Please thumbs up the video. That's why she was able to have her probation transferred to Baltimore from Oklahoma.
Kiki and Chrisean are both the light-skinned sisters. They basically the only Malones of all of Charlotte kids. Charlotte is their mother. So Sean Malone used to be a truck driver back in the day. So his wife, Lisa Malone, used to sell dope, but she also was like a little madam. That's basically like a female pimp.
Right.
So she used to lure in all the beautiful females in the city by giving them dope. And when they couldn't feed they dope habit no more, she had them, as lot lizards, basically, selling their shit. So Charlotte, long story short, was one of her best toes. Charlotte she still is very beautiful. You get what I'm saying? Like, Chrisean's mother is beautiful, man. Like, inside and out, she's beautiful. That dope was just like, her downfall, unfortunately. So, long story short, Lisa was her, dope dealer / pimp. So when she didn't have any more money to basically feed her habit, Lisa, would put her out there or some plays, and that's how she would get her fix. Long story short, Lisa met Sean, and Sean took a liking into Charlotte. He liked Charlotte a lot. He ended up basically having Chrisean and Tifa with Charlotte. And he could never do nothing with Charlotte because she was on dope, but she was beautiful, but also because Lisa wouldn't let him. Lisa is Sean's wife.
Oh, okay.
So, long story short, this is when I found out.
That was who was with Chrisean. Remember when she first fed Junior potatoes? That was the couple with Chrisean.
Hey, this is her dad, bro. It was one day, I had just came home from the body. Chrisean was trying to take a charge from me. My bad.
Oh, you good, homie? You good?
I'm sorry. What was I saying before I had my little?
You said something like you just came home from a body, and then Chrisean was trying to take the charge for you.
Okay, yeah. So I just came home. Chrisean was ready to take a charge from me, right? So when she took the charge and she got down to jail, this was my red flag that I never paid attention to. She was so geeked to take the charge from me, but she never took a charge from me before. Her father, right before her taking that charge from me, her father had basically came back into their life and made connection with them. Lisa was always trying to force him to stay away from his daughters, but he was always on some shit having that guilty conscience. You get what I'm saying? So, long story short, he got pulled in the city. He's a politician. He's a lawyer. So he went and had Fox come out and do a segment on Chrisean and Tifa. If you do some digging, you'll see Chrisean was on Fox Baltimore when she was 17. This is because of her dad. Chrisean also was on Ultimate Tag. This is also because of her dad and the string that he pulled to get her on there. There's
in Ultimate Tag, that's kind of like that ninja show thing she was on, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, it is. So there's a lot of. This was when I knew something wasn't right. She told Blueface that her supposedly dad tried to touch her. She told me that her dad was her godfather. So she was trying to lie to evade the truth about who this guy was to her. To whereas though one day when I confronted her about it, like I said, when she took the charge, so the state that I'm in, you go straight to the county jail. Once you get to the county jail, you see a commissioner. The commissioner.
Please thumbs up the video. Yes. Ronnie telling the deets, y'all.
They want to let you out. Chrisean did not go to a county jail. She went to the precinct, called her dad, and they let her go from the precinct. She knew that I was going to be on her ass, so she walked away from the precinct, and I found her on the side of Telegraph Road. When I put all of this shit together, because I got a life outside of this shit too, so it's when I had the free time to put all of this stuff together, and I seen what's really going on, man, I'm wow. Now I see. Now I really see. And the most disgusting part for me was that I was genuine for Shorty. I was there for her in ways that nobody was. I'm not going to say I killed for her. I killed in self-defense, which was how I came over the case, but I caught that case being with her, you get what I'm saying? It was just a lot of, things that was frustrating about that female, and a lot.
She is claiming that DNA is between her and Blueface, and that's a same fake DNA test that they used on Crazy in Love. We have debunked that. You have to hit the replay, okay? It is fake, 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 fake. You can even watch my video from yesterday. Fake as it comes. She's a lie.
That I did for that I could not take back, but I was there. Yeah. And I don't know, man. It's just like I'm just being transparent with you, man. I'm at that point where it's like I'm learning like everything that I think is good for me is not good for me. But like it was really disappointing and frustrating, man, loving this female, sacrificing so much for her, man. Mm-hmm. I was 16, 17 years old in my mama's house. Damn. Selling weed and shit, letting her stay with me, taking her to school, buying her food, buying her clothes. Like her and her sister got into a whole freaking, situation about the dude that her sister's dealing with right now when Chrisean was in high school, and she put her out, man. Damn. I felt like Captain Save-A-Ho, and I let her move into my mama house with me. Oh, wow. And she stayed with me in my mama house until she left for college. Mm-hmm. And yeah, man, it was just a lot, man. It was just disappointing, man. I was there for that girl in so many different ways, and I really ain't get nothing out of it. And even now, like,
well, I wouldn't say nothing, man, because I feel like everybody that comes into your life sometimes is meant for a season, sometimes it's for a lifetime.
Some people are in your life for a reason, season, or a lifetime. Please thumbs up the video, 51 watching. Please thumbs up the video. Please help me get in the algorithm. This is so sad. Rest in heaven, Ronnie Doe. You did not deserve this. All you wanted to do was know the truth. You just wanted to be an active father in your son's life. And I feel like this was Junior's last hope because that family don't care about Junior. Can't nobody tell me anything different. Can't nobody tell me anything different. And it's just like, why did he have to pay with his life? And I'm sorry, I feel like this family is connected, especially judging by Tessa's last live and the way she threatened Ronnie.
So, but everybody that you come into contact with, they're playing some part in your life, man, to get you to where you're supposed to be. You feel me? So, good or bad or anything, man, everybody come in your life for a reason, my bro.
I appreciate that, bro, and I definitely received that. Because, like, even now, I told myself, like, back in that situation that happened, like, even though it happened the way it happened, that was God's way of setting me up for my future. Because, like, she was literally, like, on survival. She was using me to get to California to get on. You get what I'm saying? And I was, messing with her.
It even stole Ronnie's whole song. Okay? She uses people. She's like a succubus. So, like, you only as good as your last favor for her until she don't have any use for you anymore.
Because I loved her, you get what I'm saying? I was being there for her out of love for her, you get what I'm saying? But God had other plans. God didn't let her just use and abandon me, you get what I'm saying? Like, he, in a sense, developed this story. He developed my, all of this so that I could, in a sense, have a future, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's messy, it's a lot, but it's also a part of my testimony. It's part of my story. So I am grateful and thankful for that, man, because it was some dark times, man. Like, when I first heard that judge say 25 to life, 187 murder, the people of the state of California versus Karan Makai Khan, and I damn near, man, my legs got so weak, man.
I bet, nigga, I would have passed out. I would have
passed out. You don't even know.
Now, Ronnie explained on Tasha K that he got less time and less charges, lower charges due to California's self-defense laws, and they were able to prove that. So he only ultimately, I think he said he did like 9 months.
My own, like, I was a trustee. I was in Men's Central Jail. You're not from Cali, are you?
No, I'm from Florida.
Okay, pleasure. Oh yeah, it's rough out there too. The state prisons out there is rough too.
Yeah.
But yeah, the California correctional facilities, the California DOC correctional whatever, it's fucked up out there, man. Long story short, it was hard for me out there, man. I was 19. I was 145 pounds. I'm a little bit tall, so I had that in my favor, but I'm a slim dude, man. So basically got somebody asking you where you from. And for me, it took me a long time to learn the politics out Cali, to where though, like a lot of situations that I didn't even have to get into, I was blown out of proportion just because I was by myself and I was in a sense scared at the time. So, but also I had a lack of understanding. Them dudes in Cali, it's so many different gangs out there, man. Long story short, I was telling people I was from the East Coast, and when I was telling people that, they thought I meant I was an East Coast Crip. So I had a lot of.
And you know that gang culture in Cali is serious. They live and die by that. Blood in, blood out. Thumbs up the video. So I know it was hard for him to transition into that prison system. And they want to know where you from. What's your roots?
You know, trouble with that until I straightened it out to where though one day I'm talking to one of the homies and he just stopped me. He like, hey, cuz. He like, you ain't from the hood. I'm like, nigga, I ain't saying I'm from the hood. I said I'm from the East Coast. He said, cuz, you not East Coast Crip, cuz. I said, oh, that's why the fuck y'all niggas, that's why these niggas keep saying like, oh, you gotta come back here, catch these fades.
That's wild. I ain't even know that was a thing. East Coast Crips.
I felt dumb as fuck. Like everybody, once they figured it out, they gave me my respect. And then everybody just called me Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? So where though now, I just had to be careful of not linking up with the wrong people because now I would be in a way guilty by association. But I held my own in there, man. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely held my own, man. And God protected me, made sure I came home, man. So I'm blessed, man. I can't even complain too much, man. It was a long time coming. It was challenging, but I made it, man. And I seen people die. I seen people get cut. Like I had to make knives in that bitch all type.
That's trauma in itself. Like, it's like going to war in prison out there. It's like going to war.
Shit, man, it was tough in there, man. It was a blessing to just make it home and be free, man. Honestly.
You ever thought about writing a book, man, about your story?
Yeah, man, that's actually one of my goals, man. Like once I, get this fraternity established, that's actually one of my actual goals. I wanted to get it started now, but I'm like, I'm still in the chapters, so I definitely can still start it like whenever, but that's definitely something that I had anticipating. Once I get a little bit more understanding in regards to everything that I got going on with the fraternity and stuff, man.
Definitely a sad situation. Now,
it's a horrible situation, and Ronnie did not deserve that. He did not deserve his life taken. He did not deserve his life taken. Rest in heaven, Ronnie. Rest in heaven, Nazaira Harris. There were some developments in the area there we went through. People are paying homage to Ronnie. Ronnie had a pure heart. He just got with the wrong woman. And a lot of men, and the same thing goes for women, but a lot of men, they downfall be women. Women be their downfall, man. But this is just sad, and I'm sorry, Knotty Crew. I just really feel like she has something to do with it, given her history. And Ronnie has music out there. Go ahead and look him up on, he has music on YouTube. He was a dope artist. He was a dope artist. And then plus, leading up to this, Tessa went live, Chrisean's older sister, basically threatening Ronnie. They have now taken that post down. Because it's incriminating evidence. But Chrisean acting like Ronnie was nothing. Like, how cold can you be? How cold can you be? I don't care. Like, if I got news that one of my exes passed away, I would feel something about it, especially if we had an intimate connection. But Chrisean, nasty work. This whole family, nasty work. This her. On. She's evil. She on, what do you call it? Snapchat. Acting like ain't nothing wrong. Like, suspect, yo. Suspect. But her karma going to come. Especially for what she did to Junior. And let me remind y'all.
The two people who had turned their cameras off. Everyone is already aware that we require cameras on at all times, so that's not a big deal. All right, guys, so let's get started, and please mute your mics. Thank you. So this particular meeting is extremely important, and that is why we have 331 people in attendance today, which is incredible. And thank you guys for all coming. We're very strategic with all of the invites, so please refrain from mentioning certain names in the meeting today, please. The main goal is to focus on the information provided by Jeremy, Kaylee, and our guest speakers. They will be sharing all of that information that we've been eagerly awaiting. Just a quick side note, after the meeting, we will share a small portion with the other patrons, but Nate and I will review what is suitable. And saying all of that, I want you guys to be aware of your comments and questions. We do have the Vasquez family in attendance today. We also have the Coast to Coast partners, along with just an FYI to the Chicago and Oklahoma teams, and our wonderful veteran sub families. So basically that should indicate the significance of this meeting. And so it should be clear to everyone that Ms. Malone's time is approaching. And yes, this meeting concerns the legal and informant status of Ms. Malone, the entire meeting, the Chicago and Oklahoma teams.
She's an informant. She's an informant. She's an informant, bottom line. And when they're done with you, they done with you. Every dog has this day. And I read y'all the article. His deletion is an open investigation. They believe he was targeted. And Ronnie did not like all the Malone sisters. He did not. But I believe he was having a hard time when he came home. What's that other sister name? Not Tessa. Not China. Tareen. Jesus Christ. But Tareen, she's the one. She's the head of the family. I'm trying to find it, y'all, because they took it down. Because she was threatening Ronnie. If I have to go to my old video, I will, because it's up there. This family think they invincible. This is one of her posts. This Serene, see? What happened? She said, clout chasing at its worst. He's clearly delusional and is sick. She and Blueface then took a DNA test. Just trying to still carry the narrative that Blueface is the father. And that's just it. Like, Ronnie, all he wanted was a paternity test because, and that was his God-given right because he was sleeping with her at the same time. This is just sad. This is sad. But Ronnie revealed a lot in that interview with Lionel B. As far as who Chrisean's real father is. She looks mixed race. Okay? But the name alone, that gives me Italian. It gives me mafioso ties. Yeah, they done took down that video because they know what it's hitting for. I'm going to go to my old video. It's up there. That's the one they chopped up on me, YouTube. I ain't even feel like fighting them on the copyright. Oh, wait, it's the one before that. There we go. I'm right on it. She see just fine, speaking just fine, holding her own effing bottle. And my confidence actually had Junior.
Y'all, you heard me. I hear y'all. Very seldom do I hear hating because they know they can't say it in my face, so I don't really trip off of them. But it's just certain things. I don't play with my babies. Don't play with the babies. Don't even think you know, you're doing something slick playing with the babies. You think you're sweet because you get your time. So when it's our turn, then what? This is what you're doing with your turn. All right. Go ahead. Act away. This is what you're doing with your turn.
This is all she was saying when Ronnie was speaking
out. Then what? Because then damage get done. It's like, oh, beware. But anyway, we're going to keep it holy today.
This family uses religion, and Ronnie spoke on this on his platform. This family uses religion as a pawn, but they really are in the streets. It's just a cover. They really are all false prophets. In the same breath while they're threatening you, they'll throw in God.
Only hours. Today, only hours. But yeah, y'all, I appreciate those that's really rocking with us from afar, those that's really loving on us, and those that mean us well and wish us well. Because I wish y'all well. I wish nobody no harm. You know what I'm saying? I be feeling bad after I finish bringing harm, you know, and doing damage to somebody. I really be feeling bad afterwards. Like, dang, I shouldn't have did it that hard. Like that.
See? She don't feel bad. And this is where Chrisean get it from. This is her bloodline.
Hey, I don't want to reap that. I don't want to reap what I just sowed. You feel me? Even if it was payback, even if it was a pending consequence that was deserved, or even begged up to be brought upon them, I still be like, dang, I feel bad a little bit.
She don't feel bad. They don't never feel bad.
Hey, Ronnie, come on now. Yo, this me. I don't even play like that. I don't even play like that. Like, when it was ever hard to play with me like that? I don't play like that. I don't play like that. We ain't even about to play with my nephew like that neither. Like, stop. You want to play, you go over there and play when you've been playing that. You feel me? Don't do that. Don't do that. You geeking. You crashing out. Don't come over here with that debris. Don't bring that. Yo, you playing when you hollering at me, Baldy, you definitely playing. That's a lot of pump faking. I ain't never seen that. Like, stop. Hey, Ronnie, come on. Hey, yo, and don't ever hit me with that. If you really want me to see you, drop your location. Don't hit me with that. I know where you at in the county every day. Shorty, I don't know where you at, nor do I care. But if you asking for me to send somebody to you, I mean, what you want? Don't do that. Get off my page. Take accountability. You tripping, yo. You crashing out. You crashing out. I ain't see that in you, shorty. I really didn't never see that in you.
That is Tareen. There's the proof right there. Thank you, Tells. Of what they really into. At the end of the day, I feel bad Ronnie had to lose his life fighting for what was just right for Junior. He was the only one that had the energy. Her sisters don't even Chastity, and coming out and so-called exposing her, none of y'all held her accountable while she was doing what she was doing, except for Tasiki, because she was on a Crazy in Love episode, grabbing a bottle out of Chrisean's hand, and Chrisean was like, I don't want to have nobody baby. I don't want to have nobody baby. And the funny thing is, I know who baby it is. No, you don't. No, you don't. I don't want to have nobody baby. I'll get rid of it tomorrow. Her words. So, Knotty Crew, I just wanted to bring you updates. Ronnie was passionate about figuring out who Junior's dad was. I appreciate every last one of y'all joining me. We'll be back tomorrow morning. But I had to get it in. I gotta keep my Knotty Crew abreast to what is going on. Right? Right, DD234? When she said, oh, the funny part is, But I appreciate every last one of you coming through and supporting me. Please thumbs up the video. And that's the free way to support the channel. Share this live out. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And rock tarts. Go suck your mother. Until next time, Knotty Crew, I'm out. One.